Top rope squishy. Yeah.
Like it.
Top rope. Let's get it. Top.
Who made this? Hold up.
All I know is when the timeline.
Hey, you ain't gonna call me like I don't do this type of thing. All right, whatever.
No. I got to talk about this real quick. All right. So, hello to everybody in the room. Before we do the introductions, which I don't think I need to do, but we still do them anyway. Montezi made me that music, but it wasn't that I reached out to him. He was on my show last year, and Trey from We Love Wrestling was also on the show, and he put him on the spot. He was like, "Hey, you should make her theme song." He said, "Word, bet, whatever." So he did. That's how I got it. Literally how I got it. But anyway, hello, peoples. Welcome to another live episode of Top Rope Squishy. I don't think my guest needs any introduction, but however, I will.
If you need an introduction to me, you need an introduction to life. So, look, I will be your guide and tour through this journey we call the experience of worlds. So, just, if you don't know me, I don't know what happened to your life that hurt you, but you're healed now. You are healed.
You haven't been watching my show. That's what's going on.
You are healed now. Because you got me in your life now.
Y'all already know. This is Sunny Midnight. His links are in the description. Talking about the description, I don't think I updated my banner.
I mean, do you really?
Yeah, I do, because I always change who the guest name is in the banner. And it's from last week. So just jumping right in.
Lou for the 800th time?
It was my runner and Lou. I had a combo. Yeah, so
somehow I'm gonna find my way to just substitute Lou out and put myself in. I'm gonna take his spot one day.
You're so funny. I mean, you guys were like on a competition for a while, so I think you and him actually are the ones that have the longest, the most times on my show. So,
oh no, see, I create feuds out of nothing. So I mean, why not?
So yesterday's Dynamite. What do you score it? From a 1 to a 10?
7.5.
7.5. Okay, that's not very different from mine. That's a little. I'm 6.5 to 7. I couldn't really pick. And I feel like this always happens when you come off of a show like Blood and Guts, for example. You run. Courtney is such a heel. Courtney's just said I gave a 0. Look at this. Heel Courtney.
Somebody give Courtney a hug, please.
Courtney. So I think that the 6 to 7-ish seems to be the running number. I popped in on True Heels podcast today. They do their podcast during lunch hours. So I was actually on lunch when I happened to see that they were on. And that was pretty much the number, 6 to 7. And I don't know why, but I feel like after like a big show, the next show kind of goes down a little because you get something really good and then you get something average.
Well, I mean, it has to. I mean, because, one, your expectation is already too high because you're coming off of a big show. Like, even when you come off of a pay-per-view, your expectation is so high, you're looking for another high. And so they got to drop it low, so that they can bring you back, so they can bring you back high again.
That's true.
I mean, look, I'm high, so I'm going to come very, very cerebral with this one today.
Well, that's good. Let it out. How do you feel about Tony Khan not announcing a single match yet for All In?
I think it's genius. The fact that you sold out a building like that without a card.
That's true.
And and the thing about it is, no matter how you feel about it, you can't say like how many bad pay-per-views have they had?
That's true.
Like,
I can't say they've had bad pay-per-views at all.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, the great thing about the difference between them and the other company is they don't have so many pay-per-views, so that when they build to that pay-per-view, it's huge. You know, so like it's almost like you got almost 4 WrestleManias. So
do you think they need more pay-per-views? Do you think AEW needs more pay-per-views?
No, because they do pay-per-views in the midst of the TV. So like the Blood and Guts and the what's the other one they do?
They do the fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen. Like these are all that happen throughout the week on regular TV.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
They give you so they give you mini pay-per-views. Like
that's true.
And they give it for free.
Yeah, that's true. We do get some for free. I'm just wondering what we gotta do to get Courtney back on loving AEW. She used to love AEW, and then she just
Hey, look, man. I just look at Courtney like a leaf. She gonna blow one way or the other sometimes.
I appreciate you though, Court, for showing up, even though you don't like what we talk about. But I do appreciate it. So, and thank you to everybody that is in the room. I appreciate y'all. This, I don't think there was a lot of matches yesterday, but there are some things to talk about. For example, the first match was Cassidy for the International Championship versus AR Fox. Now, of course, Orange Cassidy retained, but that's not the big deal here. The big deal is what happened.
Orangeburg. We got Orangeburg. Why can't this man lose? To nobody. Not a damn time. This man is the most protected thing I've ever seen. They protect this like the Hope Diamond. They protect this like the Mona Lisa. What in the hell is the reasoning for protecting this man so damn tight as if this man loses, the world ends? Like, when did we become Orange Armageddon? I don't get this. I don't get it.
So
I like the dude like the next guy, but damn, man, it's enough.
So Anika's saying you don't like OC's run, Sonny?
I would have liked it more 5 matches back. At this point now, you have broken his finger, you have broken his toes, you have broken his back, you have broken his neck, you have broken his pinky, you have broken his esophagus, his throat, his eyes, his nose, his mouth, his ears, and everything else. And he still finds a freaking way to win. How?
I really think his run should have ended about 6 or 7 matches back when Swerve went after the international belt. I feel Swerve should have won it at that point. Tony's
on the orange Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Courtney says Fanta orange. And it's funny because my nephew and I were texting last night as I was watching Dynamite. He actually was tuning in. He's more of a WWE fan. And he was like, it's okay. I always say, watch what you like. And he was calling Orange Cassidy orange chicken. So the whole time, he even sent me a picture of some fried orange chicken talking about Orange Cassidy. So,
Swerve was the best point where they could have, like, he's already had, like, Orange Cassidy made, like, all right, so when they first gave it to Pac, okay, cool. He went overseas with it and whatever. He had some good matches. But it was just like, it was cool.
Right.
Orange elevated it, granted. But now it's run its course.
Yes, time to move
Get it off him. Yeah.
Who's going to beat this guy?
At this point, I thought AR Fox was going to do it. Like, literally, that's how stupid I've got to, that I was going. At this point, it's gone so long. I was like, if they give this to AR Fox, you know what this does for his stock? I'm going, oh.
Teflon Cassidy. Good job.
Yes. When the hell did, like, Orangeburg, this will not lose.
How do you feel about AR Fox going heel and joining the Mogul Embassy with Swerve? How do you feel about that?
Okay. I like it. Impact wise, it's nothing because not too many people know about AR Fox. So
Gotcha.
because they don't know too much about him other than he's tagged with Darius Martin a few times, and he's got some athleticism and stuff. Nobody's really there's been no deep dive into him. The biggest deep dive we got was the video from Wednesday of Darby Allin saying how he's helpful and all this other stuff. So hopefully him being with Swerve can, because he got to lose those pants. Like he got to change the pants.
The cargo
joints,
pants?
I can't stand them things. He been wearing them joints since the Indies. I'm just like, come on, dog.
I think it represents him having been in the army.
Guess I would rather him have some damn vinyl with some army stripes or something. Like this don't look terrible. Look, he got that joint from Walmart.
No, I'm sure. So I'm sure his
he don't look like a star.
Change. I don't have a problem with his cargo pants. But I'm sure his outfit's gonna change now that he's joined the Mogul Embassy. He's probably gonna
I think that they're gonna usher.
Like a mogul.
I think that they're gonna usher Brian Cage out, and well, they already had the dysfunction in the Rumble or the battle joint.
That's true. That's very true.
And he's the only one that looks like he don't belong.
Because Brian Cage always wearing manties. Like, put on some pants. You can't come out like you a beast and you a killer, and then you have manties on. You have to change to pants.
My thing is,
the Mogul Embassy, he should have been wearing some pants.
But my problem with Brian Cage is the reason why he will never get past mid-card is he's been doing the same damn gimmick for the last 10 years. Oh. It's like, dude, it's time to revamp this. Okay, cool. You're a machine. You've been doing this since Lucha Underground. Dude, it's time to change this. Like, evolve.
Yeah. Maybe he will. Maybe this is the turning point. I'm actually
How does Jungle Boy evolve faster than him?
Because he has the right people behind him. You have Christian Cage, who's like a major, really good heel. And that's probably who is schooling him in the back on how to be a heel, because Jack Perry has taken a lot of pointers from Christian Cage. He almost emulated Christian Cage to the T.
So you're saying that Brian Cage needs a mentor?
Yes, he needs a good mentor. He needs somebody that, because if he's never really been, even though he's big and he pretends that he's like this mean dude, he always comes off as a killer teddy bear to me. Like, I'd rather give you a hug. Yeah, I'd rather give you a hug. I don't think you're gonna hurt me. Like, that's how he comes off. And
when did he turn into Chucky?
Where is Wardlow? I don't know. And
I don't care. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to my runner. All right, look. Brian Cage in the Embassy is better than Brian Cage and Team Taz because Brian Cage is an actual trios champion right now. And there, he was the FTW champion, which means nothing still. So, and he was behind Powerhouse Hobbs and behind Ricky Starks because both of them outshined him. So, yes, that he's better there, but he's still limited. Like, you're not going to give him the TNT title. You're not going to give him the world title. His gimmick is not that good.
Because Wardlow needs help. That's another one.
And, Brian Cage and Wardlow.
Mm-hmm. So Brian Cage is doing great with the 6-man tag belts. But he has, these two massive dudes also that can go, that have actual
believability.
Yeah, and this personality that absolutely sells. Every time I see them, I'm like, what is it? Leona? What is it? Tone Leon? What's their
something
name?
like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember their name. Like, I get some
Khan. I know Khan.
Yeah, they're big. They're big fucking Samoa dudes. And
you know what the difference is too? The difference too is, for some reason, when Brian Cage takes damage, he looks like he's getting his ass whooped.
Because he's a good sell.
but he shouldn't be selling that good as a big man. Like you're supposed to, like Powerhouse looks like Powerhouse because okay, it's gonna take you a minute to drop him, and then you gotta. Brian Cage is like you flipping him all over the place, like he a little guy. It's like he's every agile. Time but he just is less intimidating.
So, I mean, I appreciate what he can do. You know what I'm saying? But it makes his heel unbelievable. It makes him more of a face because he does take those hits. And that's what I mean. Like he needs a revamp. When he came out with Taz that first time and when he debuted and he ripped that ladder in half, that was monstrous. And everybody was like, who the fuck is this and what's going on? And then it was just like, I think Taz, unfortunately, killed everybody in his team. Him being a commentator is the best thing that happened because being a manager, Starks wasn't getting no pull. Hobbs, Cage.
I wouldn't blame Taz. I would like that's the booking. I mean, when you're booking against a newly returning Sting and Darby Allin, it's like anybody you're putting against this group is going to lose. And they kept putting Team Taz against this group, losing week after week after week.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, as a manager, he should have been fighting for his team to get some wins. You had the most monstrous people on your team. Like, it made no sense. Anika, no. Team Taz does not need a reunion, although I would like to see.
I wouldn't be mad about that, about Powerhouse. And but I think that's what she means. I don't know, for some reason, until Brian Cage gets a revamp, I feel like he should be with nobody.
Yeah, he needs to have a solo run.
He's mid-card. He feels mid-card.
He needs a solo run, and he needs somebody to guide him. Either turn him to a real heel, revamp his whole entire character, or make him a super baby face because it's not working. Like, I don't believe it. And the problem with that is that he is pretty phenomenal in the ring. Like, he really can do things that a guy that big really shouldn't be able to do, but he can do it. So he's agile. He moves like a man that's 160 pounds. So,
you know what the sad thing is? I look at Brian Cage no differently than I look at Nick Camarado.
Well, Nick Camarado looks like he wants to kill you.
But I mean, on the star power level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, Nick Camarado, I feel like they buried Nick Camarado. I just saw him not too long ago, and I can't remember where it was that I saw him. Was it Rampage or was it Collision? I can't remember.
He's the Baron Corbin. He's the Baron Corbin of ROH right now.
Yeah, well, I see. You know, I love QTV too, but I don't think that Hobbs needs to be in it. Sorry.
Not at all.
It's killing Hobbs. It's killing Hobbs. But anyway, moving on. We had Pac versus Gravity. This was one of those matches that just came out of nowhere. It was okay. I love Pac, but I really wasn't feeling this match. I don't know if it's because there was no build up or because I don't know. Because honestly, when Hijo de Vikingo came out, I had never seen him before, but I was drawn to that man's wrestling instantly. Something about Gravity did not.
Because that stupid moonwalk. No. That stupid moonwalk is not over. And I'm sorry, but him and what's the other luchador's name that he fought?
Commander.
Look, I like a good high flying move, just like the next person. Some stuff is just OD overkill. Yeah. Some things is just unnecessarily unbelievable. And it's just like, all right, come on, you ain't need to do it. Now, don't get it twisted. When he walks across the rope to the other side and jumps off, that's cool. But every time I see him do that, I keep waiting for the time he falls off that damn thing.
I'm saying Gravity did like 10 drop kicks.
Yeah.
Commander's problem to me is that it feels like a circus performance.
Yes.
He gets on the top rope and he's like
bounce
posing
up, bounce up, bounce up. It's like, come on, dude.
Yes, and Bandito is Rush's brother. Bandito is Rush's brother, not Gravity. I don't know if Gravity is related to Rush in any way. But anyway, this match was okay. I didn't really need it, although I do like seeing Pac wrestle. That's how I feel about that.
I think Pac, I think, I don't know what it is, but I feel like Pac came back to a mediocre-ish return, because it's like, okay, you came back and it was cool that you had came back. But leaving the match the way you did was like kind of it took the air out of the match a little bit to me, because it was like, okay, yeah. So like him leaving the match was like, come on, dude. Like, you just came back and now you're doing that. Okay, now you're going to get the ROH title. Claudio just whooped your ass for 75% of that match.
I heard. I didn't get to see it, but I heard.
Oh, Claudio beat that ass. And
he
then
said it on the show. He said it on the show last night.
And then you come back and you, I mean, it's just like he hasn't done anything special.
He needs a Death Triangle reunion. Okay. No, they need to like have a match. All three together again as a Death Triangle, because
aren't they going to at the next?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No. I hope they're not planning to break that up, because I really do like Death Triangle. So, but anyway, one of the best things going on in AEW, at least for me right now, is Better Than You, BayBay. And Adam Cole and MJF have been hilarious together. I never saw this happening, and at the beginning, I'm like, how do you put those two together? That does not work. That does not go. But I was so wrong, because this has been one of the most entertaining parts of AEW for me as of late. And they're running into their little problems now because of Roderick Strong, because MJF saw Adam Cole staring at his belt for too long, and they were having their moment, and Roderick Strong interrupted them, and Adam Cole told them, MJF, I'll take care of this. And then he actually turned to Roderick Strong and told Roderick Strong what he had been saying to MJF in the beginning. He screamed boundaries. And I'm like, ooh, the friendship is turning. But I feel like it's all going to come to a head on Saturday for Collision if Better Than You, BayBay does not win the tag belts. And it seems like they're not, because they're going up against FTR, but I would love to see them take the tag belts. I honestly would. I'm really done with FTR. I love their wrestling. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that FTR sucks. They do not. They are two of the best tag wrestlers I've ever seen. They're just overused. Amazing matches. But I'm just tired of, I want to see new champs. And I think that Adam Cole and MJF got something to offer.
You know what? I think that they should keep this tag together for a while. The reason I say that is because, all right, we all feel like either Adam Cole's going to turn on him or he's going to turn on Adam Cole. They're not going to get the titles, but if you let this keep going, okay, MJF's title run has been mediocre. So get the you could keep him in this tag, get the title off of him, kind of let MJF have this babyface run for a bit, and then you could turn him back heel later on and do big money again.
Look, either way, I am over it. Like Anika says, I'm over it. This comment right here, we're not going to get into the Proud and Powerful thing, because y'all already know I can make a whole show over Proud and Powerful. But Santana and Ortiz were throwing hints on Twitter. And Ortiz even reposted a clip of their wonderful, wonderful street match that the parking lot brawl that I always seem to go back to. And Santana was putting like cryptic messages, and then if you went on the roster page, it actually says Proud and Powerful again under both of their names. So I'm sitting here like, when is this gonna happen? There goes Tony saying, please don't get her started. He has to hear it all the time. That's why he's saying that.
I'm gonna just say, if MJF and Adam Cole don't win it,
yes,
that's kind of the only team right now, because don't get it twisted. I like for some reason now I like the Guns, but they're doing their thing with Bullet Club Gold, so they don't need to be there right now. I don't know if they're trying to do this like a little drama story between Billy Gunn and Caster and Bowens, and so
I'm gonna do it.
yeah. So it's like they don't really have a tag team. What's the name? Lucha Brothers is messing with the ROH tag team titles right now. Right. So is Best Friends and all that. So all the major tag teams is kind of hemmed up at the moment. So if they do bring back, they'd be the best option.
Right. So if MJF and Adam Cole do not get the belts on Saturday, I want to see Proud and Powerful pop out and be like, we back, motherfuckers. This is happening. And all I'm going to say is I've never added Tony Khan on Twitter and cursed them out. Like, never. Like, I've never done that. But I promise you, if they come back and they have a run for the tag belts and don't get them this time, it's going to happen. I'm going to go off because they've dropped that ball at least 3 times on Proud and Powerful. They just dropped that shit like, they're this close. Sorry, you're not getting them. And then they gave it to fucking Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, but you couldn't put it on Proud and Powerful? What the fuck's going on? I'm sorry.
Look, I have a big discrepancy of the lack of color at the top right now with AEW. And like, to me, it's like, I'm sorry, Swerve is the main event act.
Yes.
Give him the title. Like, give him some title. Like,
you can get the AEW men's championship title. Yeah. That should be the run for Swerve. They didn't give him the international title. So give him the big title.
Swerve has a bigger act to me than anybody on that roster right now outside of John Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, Bucks. Like the people at the top. His act is top level heel. Like, exactly. And he's different heel type than Max. Max is a run your mouth. Like, he's that sneaky conniving, catch you off your game type of,
Yeah, I hear you, and I totally understand. And I really felt like they dropped the ball with Hobbs by taking the TNT title away from him to give it back to Wardlow. What the fuck was the point of that? Look what they did with Scorpio Sky.
Like, they fucked him over with damn Sammy Guevara twice.
I'm sorry, but Scorpio Sky does nothing for me. Nothing. I wanted to like him. I actually liked his title, the TNT title that they created for him, the purple and gold. I thought that was one of the most beautiful TNT titles, but he does nothing for me. I don't know if he's lacking in personality or
it's the personality. No, it's the personality, because in the ring, he's A1 in the ring. He has no his personality is too serious. It's too kind of old school wrestlerish type of he needs to have something that separates him from just wrestler.
Yeah, and it's not there. I can't feel it. Like to me, forcing him into a heel mode isn't working for me. Like, let him be a face. That's the only way I think he works, and whatnot. But now he's injured, so he's out of the picture for now anyway. Scorpio Sky.
No, he's not. He's wrestling.
No, he's not. They switched. He was going up against Kip Sabian, and now it's going to be Commander versus Kip Sabian because Scorpio Sky's injured.
Again for what?
Beats me. He came back, had a match, and is injured. So Scorpio Sky's out of the picture. Scorpio Sky's out of the picture. I don't know what happened. I hear Tony laughing from downstairs. I don't know what happened. But yes, it was supposed to be Scorpio Sky versus Kip Sabian on Rampage, I believe. And Tony Khan announced.
You know what I'm starting to feel like? I'm starting to feel like how I felt for Darius Martin. I was just like, damn, you can't catch a break.
Yeah, look at this. What?
Why you think Darius Martin going so hard now? You like all that time I missed.
Oh God, Scorpio Sky's bones are made of Chico sticks. Listen,
oh no.
People were making fun and saying, oh, he must have hurt himself while he was training. I don't know what he did, but he didn't have a match to injure himself. Do you see what I'm saying?
That man picked up a can of soda and sprayed his wrist or something.
I don't know. All I know is he was injured. He came back, had a match, did nothing but promos.
Scorpio.
These promos. Maybe he hurt himself snapping. I don't know. But he is not having any matches. He is injured.
Yes, somebody said, hey, yo, Scorpio. Somebody said, hey, yo, Scorpio. He said, huh? Oh, no. Yo,
that boy is out of the picture for a little bit longer. But,
I feel bad for him.
You know, I just feel they need to work with his character because right now it's black. It's black. It doesn't do.
You need to work on the bones first. Then he need to work on that character.
I don't know. But back to Swerve. Swerve and Darby had what I thought was the match of the night. Swerve, like my runner said, has crazy transitions. I mean, this guy is on point. His character is on point.
Why does he need help to beat small ass Darby Allin?
He don't need nobody, but Darby is like so loved in the company.
So I know, but come on.
They don't want him to lose clean. And I feel like Swerve is at
Wait. Hold on. But Brody King beat him clean.
Brody King is a 300-pound beast.
Swerve is swole as hell now.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
His neck is like this much thicker. He has like little babies growing out of his shoulder. Yes, he is definitely working out.
I still don't think he needs the mask, but
yeah, my runner doesn't like his mask either. But the point is, Swerve is hot right now.
Don't do that, my runner. He is not the Shockmaster. That's foul. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's wrong. Shockmaster didn't at least win the TNT title like twice. Like, come on, dog. He ain't false through no curtain. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So yeah. But anyway, the Swerve kick, it don't matter where he does it. That shit hits on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like T said, the kick is so on point every single time. Courtney, you are right. Darby is going to have a short career and he's climbing Mount Everest next year. So this might be his last year wrestling. Who knows? It is Swerve's house. And this is what I'm saying. Swerve is hot right now. Now's when you put a belt on him. Now's when you give him a run for the AEW belt and you put it on him. That's another place where they dropped the ball with Swerve and Keith Lee. They weren't ready to drop those tag belts. Why did they do that? I don't get it. But you know what?
The Mogul Embassy could literally be AEW's bloodline. Like, Swerve is that top of a hill that you surrounded him with a bunch of monsters and you give him that title and let him have a chokehold on that title for a little bit.
Does it make sense or does it make sense? It is time to put the AEW belt on Swerve. Okay, if you're going to give MJF and Adam Cole the tag belts, he can lose.
Yeah.
He can lose the AEW belt. Someone else, and let me tell you something, Swerve, he's on TV every week. So that is, I think, the correct move. He has the audience. It don't matter if people boo him after, but when the song pops up, whose house, everybody screams Swerve's house. Everybody, no matter where you are.
But you know what though? The difference is, it don't matter. Like if you boo, cheer, you get a reaction. As long as you ain't coming out and not getting nothing, you good. So, and yeah, like even every time that theme comes on, it says who's house, everybody in the crowd.
Everybody.
Dude is Keith Lee's been having health problems, so I know why he's been popping in and out from time to time. And it's good that he still got a place to work too when he pop in, you know. So I'm cool with it. But you know, Swerve he's top tier.
He is top tier.
Like he can talk. He got personality.
Period.
He can, like, his wrestling is. Who has he not been in a ring with that he hasn't put on a classic with?
Yes, it is amazing. I honestly don't want to see them make him lukewarm because he's hot since he came out, and he's only been building up. To give him a whole group, to give him a faction and make him the head of the faction, and just having him run through people, the way he comes out, like, it's so believable. And it would only make sense to me to top it off with the belt. So let's see what they do, because I've said it before, as much as I love AEW, they are ceremonious ball droppers, and I don't like it. And talking about ball dropping.
Wait, hold on. No, I was gonna say that no, but I was agreeing with whoever you had that up. Swerve does need to be having these matches with Brian when he come back, Kenny, with Hangman, with the top, with Moxley. He needs to be having these type of matches because he's on that level. Every time he's in these mid-tier matches, to me, I'm just going, he needs to be higher. Like, it's rare for me to say that when I see somebody, I'm going, they need to be higher. Like, because I see some people, I'm going, no, you need to drop him lower. Like, he's not that good. But but when you see certain people, you go, no, you need to push him.
And what do you think is gonna push this guy? A fucking feud with MJF, then get the belt, and then the Kennys, well, he's injured right now, but Bryan Danielson, you know, everybody that wants a chance at that belt is gonna come after Swerve. Then he's gonna get top tier feuds. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get him there. They can't just be like from one day to the next, like they do sometimes, and be like, oh, I'm going for this AEW belt without a storyline, without a build-up, without anything. Swerve has to come out and be like, I've been here for this long. And I want gold, and not just any gold.
I think that I think the next person to give it to, they're going to give it to Adam Cole. So that's what I think. I think that they're going to use this, build this tag team up. They're going to lose the opportunity because either MJF going to screw him or he going to screw him. They're going to have a match again at the next pay-per-view. Adam Cole wins.
Listen, that's fine. Let Adam Cole get it, but then let Swerve take it from him.
Yes,
but
yes.
Mind Runner, Swerve versus Ospreay.
That would be disgusting. That would be that would be my match of the year. Like, don't get it twisted. Kenny and Ospreay is off the charts. Yes. But there's some things that Swerve can do that Kenny can't. Okay.
I mean, Swerve is just, listen, let's just say these are dreams that we want to see happen in the wrestling world, and hopefully it'll happen. But
let me say this real quick. No disrespect to Sammy Guevara. I know Tony Khan likes the boy.
Yes.
They're trying to force this good guy thing, and people are not going for it right now.
He's getting the crowd back.
Is he?
Yes, he is getting the crowd back. You know, it took a while, but with him and Ty having a baby,
I think people are happy just to be happy because look, never, even if we don't like you, we're not, people are not assholes. Well, most people are, but
Yes,
you know, like
course.
there's a lot of people that are like, okay, I can not like you, but still be happy for you in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's that cool. But when he comes out and he tries to do this good guy promo, I'm still hearing a whole lot of crickets and boos.
It's half and half right now. It's half and half. He's getting there. He's getting there. I don't think Sammy likes being, yeah, Sammy's never gonna wear pants.
You gotta wear pants.
Sammy's a man-teased man forever, I think. Because the only times I ever seen him wrestle in pants is when he's done like a blood and guts, or when he's
he looks more like a man.
I prefer it.
He's too skinny. Look, only people that could wear like those type of, I call them draws. I know they tights, but I call them draws. They look like draws. And so, but the only people that look like that are people that are jacked and fill them joints out. He is very thin. He does not look right in them.
I like Sammy. I don't like Ty. What you mean?
I like Ty.
You need to explain why you don't like Ty, because Ty is one of those females that hit really hard in the ring and was doing really well. So, and talk about females.
Ain't it amazing that she was one of the highest baby faces, and then the moment she says, "I'm with Sammy,"
yeah, and they talked about that in the show that they were doing, the reality show, that Sammy was saying he goes,
"Oh, guilty,
guilty." Yeah, but talking about women matches. Talking about women matches, last night's women match, and you know, I'm a female, so I want to see the women excel. But last night's match was not it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with Britt Baker. But she botched a lot of shit yesterday. She looked very sloppy in the ring. And
does she look thinner than usual?
She does look thinner than usual. I know she was sick recently, but when she came back from her knee injury, remember she was doing that whole thing in the wheelchair, and she had that that whole feud with Big Swole at the time. When she got back, that girl was thick. Like she put on some weight and it was muscle. Now she looked like she eating cucumbers for breakfast and ice chips for dinner. She needs a sandwich, a big sandwich every day, and to build up some weight, because that chick is thin. She looked weak when she was moving and looked like her legs were heavy. How Taya, twice your size, but Taya is running and moving faster. I didn't understand that. And then to give Taya the loss, I don't know.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Since they brought in Taya, they have just been feeding her to the top level girls to lose to.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all shouldn't have brought her in like that. Y'all should have brought her in at like the mid-level and just let her beat people and bring herself up. But it's almost like how they did Ruby Soho, was they came in hot and then you cooled them off. Don't do that. Yeah. Like they shouldn't have even sniffed the title for like 3 to 6 months.
Like, you can't take the title off of Chris Statlander to give it to Taya, right? So what do? You make a
but what does that say though? That Taya went against Jade, lost, went against Statlander, lost. So every time you're going for a title now, you're getting associated with losing.
Look, I don't know. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put this up on there. Okay, so y'all know how I feel about Thunder Rosa. Hello, Thunder Rosa. So this comment that Anika has, let her power through. That's what she wanted Thunder Rosa to do. So apparently, Britt Baker's having back issues. But there was a lot of talk about how, when Thunder Rosa started having her back issues and she was actually taking time to try to heal and get better, there's a lot of talk from Britt Baker that she should have been there. She should have been powering through.
Are we about to have this Maddie team Thunder Rosa against Britt Baker thing again?
Nope, not at all. I'm just making a quick comment on this comment. So now this is what it looks like when you try to power through an injury like a back injury. It doesn't look good. So Britt Baker does need to take a break and get better and then come back stronger. Thank God we're getting some Sheeta on Rampage.
Yeah,
However,
Sheeta never disappoints.
Sheeta never disappoints. I would love to see Sheeta get a second run at the actual women's belt in front of a crowd this time, because she was a champ in the pandemic. And they're bringing back the Nyla feud with Sheeta.
I think
that's fine. That's fine.
No, I think that all right, so you got Tony, but Tony hasn't had it long enough. So I don't think they're gonna let her. So I don't think they're gonna let her beat her. But at the same time, when does Jamie Hayter come back?
That's what I'm saying. It all depends on Jamie Hayter's injury. Because obviously, I think it's pretty obvious that when Jamie Hayter comes back, she's going to take that belt back.
Yeah.
She wasn't quite done with her run. This was an injury-provoked belt change. I also feel that if Jade is to return, that is also where they're going to propel her towards the women's belts. Because she was not just the inaugural TBS champion, she had a humongously long reign. They built her as a beast. You can't break her down now. And the only reason why I feel they had her lose the belt is because they were like, that's the only way she would lose it, if she had to take on two people in one night.
Well, I would say that Jade, like, they're only going to bring back Jade when it's time to give it to her, because at this point, it wouldn't be no point bringing her back for her to like lose to the champion, because now you're diminishing her. So you know, when she comes back, let her run through a few people and like again, and then get to that title. And by that time, y'all probably would have want to get it off of whoever they got it on at that point, because I don't think Jay's coming back for like another
couple of
like
months.
3-5 months or so.
So that should give them enough time to work through whoever they want to have it next.
They do need to bring Abaddon back. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Abaddon, you know, Abaddon is not utilized properly.
No,
like a lot
she's not utilized at all.
Well, I mean, she's not being used on Ring of Honor. I thought she was.
No, she's not on Ring of Honor. She's not on Rampage. She's not on Collision. She ain't on Dynamite. Nothing.
You know, I went into a whole spiel on my last show about this, so I'm not going to take up time on this. However, I will say that it sucks that you can have 7-8 men feuds going on with build-up, storyline, and promos, but women matches are literally just mashed up together. They don't have any backstory. Most of these women champions are doing squash matches and open challenges. Fuck that shit. Build a storyline the same way that you build storylines for the men.
They used to.
They don't now. So I don't know what's going on. Their last minute thoughts, it's not working.
Tony is looking at, I see, here's the thing. Tony is the analytical guy. So he's looking at all the analytics. He's looking at the numbers. He's done that. He knows, all right, I'm going to use these stars because these stars move needle. But the problem is, when you use those stars so many times, you're not creating new stars. So now they're starting, I can see them starting to transition Sky Blue up. But and they do got to think, they still got Athena.
Athena should be more on TV.
She's on ROH, but she's been the greatest ROH women's champion, period.
Yes, period.
Like she's her match with Sarah
Hogan.
No.
Willow Nightingale.
Willow. Man.
Listen. My thing with Athena is you have other Ring of Honor champions that wrestle on Dynamite and Collision pretty frequently and on Ring of Honor. There's no reason why you can't do the same for Athena and give us a little juice every now and then. That's all I'm saying. You know, Tone says Athena is needed for Ring of Honor because she will keep that show going for the women's division.
Right now, she is a big draw for Ring of Honor.
But you can give us a little taste every now and then on Dynamite and Collision.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well.
Because Castagnoli is always on Dynamite.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? So I love Willow, and I do like Sky Blue's improvement. She's not belt ready though. Sky Blue.
No. But they've at least before they didn't have very many women that was legitimate contenders, and so now you move Sky Blue up. You still have Nyla when you need her.
Right.
You still got Sheeta. I mean, you got Britt, but we already talked about that. She got
Britt needs a break.
She's
needs to bring Thunder back.
Yeah, if you ever take the belt off of Athena, you got her up there. You got Stat. You got Jade. Like, this is
utilize these women.
Yeah, these are, but still, this is a whole different women's roster. I mean, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter. Like, you got, Ruby. So I know you don't like Ruby, but whatever. It's like, but from last year or even a year and a half ago, how people used to complain about the women's roster and how, they got to get better women and they got to be more like, this is a stacked women's roster.
But they need to learn how to utilize it. And they're not, because they're not building actual in-depth storylines. Like, look at Adam Cole and MJF. This came from a pick of a hat. They put them together and boom, huge storyline. Why don't they invest some of that into the women's division? Because people are not interested. Mm-hmm. They're not interested. That's the problem.
Well, I think they need to, like, I don't know why. Like, they always talk about that women's show. They need to go ahead and make one. Because it's like, every, what was it? Like Dynamite has 4 matches is one women joint on there.
Yeah.
And 3. Like 4 to 5, and it's always one. The Collision is always one. Rampage is only one.
Why are they only throwing one? You know why? Because it's a last minute thought. It is not something that they're investing their time in. There's only one women match ever. Half the time it's a mashup that didn't have any background. And if it's a champion, 90% of the time, it's a fucking squash match.
Wait. Well, we can't say it's always a mashup because what was it? Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter were going against the Outcast for at least 2 months.
And that was the only storyline. So if you weren't part of Britt Baker's group or the Outcast, you weren't like any time invested, but yet you got 9 different storylines for all the wrestlers that are men. It doesn't make sense.
Wait. So there's storylines. Well, no, there's storylines, but it depends on the level of storyline which you're looking for, because it's like, okay, Jade's storyline was, I am just this dominant ass champion. Now, I know to some people it got a little, tiring because a lot of her fights was tomato cans, but she still was. That was her storyline. Yeah, like Athena's is I'm a dominant champion in ROH. What's her name? You like the Jamie Hayter Outcast joint.
What storyline they building for Chris Statlander's belt? So far, it's been open challenges left and right.
But who is there to challenge her right now?
Build a story. Pick somebody. There's so many women. Like you said, it's a stacked roster. Why isn't somebody coming out and creating a feud against Chris Statlander? Like, you just came back, bitch, and you took this belt.
But whoever takes that story, though, is going to lose because it has to keep building stats right now.
That's fine. But you do need storylines to keep building the champ. Right now, she's beating regular people and nobodies. Random Joe Schmoes, Marina Shafir. Come on.
Well, look, I feel bad. Marina is really not bad. She's really good. Like, it's just, her style, like the attire, and sometimes the moves are not that impressive because she's actually using real MMA moves. But they can hurt, but they don't look impressive for a wrestling match.
She just needs a different style. I understand you're an MMA wrestler, but this is an MMA. You can bring your because look at Jake Hager. Jake Hager does wrestling moves.
But nobody cares about him either.
That's okay. But we're talking about her move set. Like, just because you're an MMA wrestler doesn't mean you need to be an MMA wrestler in entertainment wrestling. But I digress. The main event was a 3-way tag between Best Friends, Lucha Bros, and the Blackpool Combat Club. Lucha Bros won because, of course, I called it from the beginning. And Tone is my witness. When this match started, the first thing I said was Trent is taking the pin. I don't know who's pinning him, but Trent is taking the pin. And sure enough, he took a fucking package pile driver, which he shouldn't have taken on that surgically repaired neck, and especially not from Penta, who broke Chris Daniels' neck with one of those. But he took it because Trent is a masochist, and he got pinned. I feel like Chucky T should start taking some of these pins. But anyway, this has led into a 3-way between, I believe it's Penta, Moxley, and Trent. Looking forward to that. That's going to be great. The main event was fun. I like triple tag team matches like this, especially when the teams are brutal like they are. And, you know, that was a great main event. That one
Trent
or the
is a good hand. Trent is a good hand. Like, you can put him in a match with anybody. He's going to give you a good match. But he's not the guy you put the belt on. So, I mean, unless it's the tag team. But the Best Friends have fallen all the way down that list.
Did you just say breast friends?
I said Best Friends. What are you listening to? And that is a good idea, Nika. Yeah, Marina Shafir should be in the BCC. But yeah, no, the Best Friends, like it's amazing how when the company first started, they was like a main event tag team, and now there's so many great tag teams. They just
they trickled down. You know when Best Friends was hot? When they were feuding with Proud and Powerful. But we ain't gonna go back to that. Anyway. Match of the night. What was your match of the night?
Come on.
Swerve versus Darby.
Thank you.
What was the worst match of the night?
I mean,
Taya versus Baker. Just say it, because that was my worst.
Yeah, it was. I mean, look, I've never seen what other people saw in Britt Baker. And maybe that's because I'm a man and I might be a little bit chauvinist and she ain't got no booty and I don't like that. I like women with booty. I clap for that because I like clapping. But
Baker had a booty when she came back from her injury. And now she got nothing. Nothing at all. That fucking street fight, that parking lot brawl, I'm not gonna get into it.
Well, that was a great match. I mean, but it's still like, I mean, she just always been, she got a great gimmick. You know, I don't like, she somehow got the dentist thing over. But at the same, and I think that she got it more over, honestly, with what's her name? Ariel. But her name is not Ariel, Swole, Big Swole.
Yes, that was actually, that's when people started noticing Baker a little bit more. It was hilarious.
But Swole was the one taking over the promos.
Yes, and it was great. It was great. I feel Swole needed some more move sets in her wrestling. I think she had like 3 moves and that was it. But when they were doing their feuds and their promos, that shit was hilarious. That fight they had in the dentist office was great. Some people didn't like it. I love gimmick fights like that. I thought that was fucking genius because Britt had just come back from injury and it was a way for her to not re-injure herself right away. And let's be honest, as much as it seems like Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa can't stand each other, they had the best feud in the women's division and some of the best matches from the women's division.
But the only reason I would say that, look, the only reason I think that those matches are looked at so highly is because people never really seen women's matches where women were bleeding like that and was that violent. And like we're not looking at those matches because they were like, oh, yo, that was a crazy wrestling match. Like, no, they beat the hell out of each other. And that's what we like it for. You know, because I liked what's the name? Kenny and Joey Janela, but nobody's referring to Kenny and Joey Janela, even though it was a good lights out match. You know what I'm saying? So
The tone. Don't hype it up, Anika. I'm the only one that lives here. He has to listen to me talk about the parking lot brawl at least once a week. At least once a week. But anyway, that's enough wrestling talk. Do you know what time it is? It's hot seat time. Hot seat is the hot seat. So you've been through the hot seat quite a few times. You're not, new to this. But the questions are new. I don't know if they're going to get you. Sometimes I put these questions down and you're like, this is easy. So here we go. Are you ready, sir?
Always.
You know what? I believe that. All right, here we go. Would you rather have a pus-filled pimple on the top of your nose, right here, for the rest of your life, or shit on yourself every single time you fart for the rest of your life?
Okay, first of all, since I know when a fart is coming, shit on myself. Because look, I don't want no nasty ass thing on the top of my face. So every time y'all look at me, you see this nasty piece of shit on my face. I don't want y'all to do that. So I'd rather, I know something about to come. Let me go to the bathroom. I can do that. That's it. I ain't gonna sit with this nasty ass, big ass balloon on my fucking nose. Yeah, right.
What if you happen to be in Great Adventures and you're on a ride and there's a fart coming and you can't hold it and you know you're gonna take a shit and you on this roller coaster?
Well, we about to all have a great adventure. We all about to have a
think this through.
We all no. We all about to have a great adventure to the nasty land. Okay, okay. Look. This the promised land gonna turn into shitty land. Okay, that's what it is. All right, y'all just gonna have to endure, just like me. Like I gotta hold it, y'all gotta hold it. Like, hey man, what can you do?
You in a bar or you in a lounge and you dancing with this girl and there's a fart coming. The bathroom is a
But you know what a fart has to come for? A fart has to come when it gives you gas. I'm not gonna eat anything that's gonna give me gas.
T said they're gonna call you Squirtle.
Hey man, I'm gonna be squirting right at you. Bow! Hit you right in the face.
Oh, gosh. All right. Next question.
Chocolate waterfall.
Ew! That's nasty. All right. You are so nasty. All right, here we go. I mean, I'm the one asking these questions, but I'm calling you nasty. But here we go. Would you rather eat uncooked bull balls for dinner every night, or a bowl of bugs for dinner only on the weekends for the rest of your life?
First of all, I don't eat meat, so it'd be none of them. But if I had to choose, it'd be the bugs. I don't eat balls.
You would rather have a bowl of bugs twice a week?
Yeah, only my lady eat balls. That's how that's supposed to go. I don't eat balls. I'm sorry. I don't even eat meatballs. You know.
Ew. Oh my God. Look, I gotta put some of these comments.
Hey, it's a bug's life.
Sonny's gonna have trouble swimming in pools.
What you talking about? Y'all about to come to Willy Wonka land.
These
y'all about to see
are not run by me.
Hey, y'all come to the pool with me. Y'all better be thinking about Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory. Sure.
Anika said bugs. Just put some hot sauce on it. Courtney said, give me the balls to the wall.
Oh, I know you want the balls to the wall, Courtney.
No, Anika, you cannot cook the balls. not the balls.
You see how all the women said. You see how all the women said they want balls. Mm-hmm. I see you nasty.
Bugs. No, Anika said bugs.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the would you rather. Here comes your bonus question, which is never really nasty because after all that nastiness, we got to get a little bit thoughtful. If you were never ever able to travel again for the rest of your life, and you had to pick one place in the world where you would have to live out the rest of your life, where would it be and why? Japan. Why?
I love Japanese culture. I'm one of the biggest anime fans ever. Like, shoot, they got all the greatest technology. Why wouldn't I want to be there?
Because you can't smoke weed there. It is
they'll figure it out.
Legal, like 100% illegal. You'll go to jail.
I don't need to smoke weed when a girl can smoke me.
Oh. Excuse me. Courtney, why Romania? That's weird.
Because she a damn vampire. Like fucking Transylvania ass motherfucker. She wanted balls, remember? She liked to suck blood. Blood.
Balls, yeah. I'm with Tone, Costa Rica. It would definitely be a tropical island for me.
Yeah, okay. Y'all want to disappear off the Bermuda Triangle. All right, disappear. Bye-bye. Like, y'all playing.
Oh, look. Costa Rica.
Y'all want to turn into the Titanic 5, I see. Okay.
Anika says she cool in Florida.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Why you want to be there?
Girl, you trying to go to no man's land. What is wrong with you? Florida? I mean, I can understand Florida 20 years ago, but
that's why for Romania, because her ancestors are from there. I'm gonna school with Japan. I love Japan. I would love to go to Japan. It's on my bucket list. However, I don't want to live there because you just can't do certain things like smoke weed.
Eventually, who knows? One day.
Yeah. The Asian countries are gonna be, when I talk about Asia, I'm talking about Japan and China and Korea. They're gonna be the last ones to join legalization of tweeds. In Costa Rica, it's completely legal and you can grow it in your backyard. Anyway, that is the show, people. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, or even if you didn't, hit that like button. Don't forget to check out the description. There is in the description in the beginning, you'll see a number.
Nika said I grew up there. Said the Santos, they gonna run me out of there. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. When he put you in chains. When he start putting some of y'all black people in chains, they gonna roll back slavery in Florida. I'm telling you.
No, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that, people. Don't even say that. Don't even put that out there. But anyway,
race slavery there.
Listen, we've come too far, so it ain't gonna be that easy. It ain't gonna be that easy.
What you talking about? It was just that easy for them to erase it out the history books now.
Listen, let's end this on a good note. Follow Sunny Midnight at Midnight EXP 17 across all platforms. His links are in the description. If you're having a hard time with life, I did put in the beginning of the description a number and a website that you can call if you're having hard issues mentally or anything along those lines.
And guess what? You'll be talking to me.
There you go, because he works.
Because I'm the crisis specialist.
So this is who you're going to talk to if you call the crisis
hotline. Even care about you.
You've been warned. Anyway, thank you, people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Sunny, for gracing us with your presence once more. Everybody have a good night. Let me leave y'all with the music. Here we go.
Night, y'all. Every time the radio moves, you know we say it right. Our opinion got the feeling, know what we dealing.